I spent a whole video explaining dating.com thinking that was Hinge. So I realized it was not my problem. It was your problem, Hinge. Why there's so many apps that call Hinge that are not even close to Hinge? So in part number 2, same platform, dating.com. Yeah, baby, because I kind of think that it's a mother of all modern dating apps. I'm going to read men's profiles and tell you exactly what I think. No filter. And at the end of the video, I'll tell you what none of this has to do with the apps and everything to do with us. And the first reason not to try dating.com is this. Look how many messages I got from this website. We picked these 4 matches for you. See who viewed your profile. Fabian, really wanna know you. They blurred the photo, by the way, so they want me to really go into the app just to find out. Okay, this is my profile and I have only 1 photo. A few words about myself. None. I'm just so nonchalant. Is that a word? Hello, today your perfect match is Alexander. Hello, today your perfect match is Marcelino. Yeah, I have different days, different moods, different man. What's the problem with that? Your wish list looks like the wish list. What is the wish list? It's a digital presence. Oh, wow, Samsung Galaxy S22, sleeping set, earrings, a gold ring. Why I think that this option just gives men more opportunity to reach a girl just by buying her a present. Let's check my chat requests. I have a few of them. What about Marat? Marat says, send me a message. What do you think reveals a person more, words or actions? Marat likes camping, cars, cooking, dancing, music and concerts. He's from Georgia. He's a web designer. Oh my gosh, he has photo with a it's a horse. Yeah, so that definitely yes. I'm not gonna be friends only with him, but also with his horse. I have to call my mom just to say that I have a new horse. He's curly. That's good. That's not even him. Is that an AI picture? Oh no, it's actually him. Oh, wow. All right, Marat. Okay. I consider oh my gosh, why did they all use difficult words? I consider perseverance, hard work, the ability to earn money, and love for animals to be my best qualities. So when I ask Marat, what are your best qualities? And he would say, my horse. Okay, that works. He's looking for a girlfriend, soft and generous with emotions towards me. Give kindness every day, always be in a good mood and positive. What the hell? If it happens that my beloved loses her mood, I'm always ready to help her in everything. So what does it say about a man? He would rather see you positive and smiling even though you feel like a piece of shit than just dealing with your bad emotions. And if you're gonna be sad or depressed, that's none of his business, alright? You're gonna deal with your emotions on your own. The next one is Lars, 38 years old. The Lars asked me if I wanna be an ice cream or a dessert. I don't even know what to answer. No one asked me this deep question before. So Lars is a hereditary winemaker. He has modest winery far from the city and he does not like working for the public, which is why it was always more interesting for me to work in the direction of exclusivity and quality than to produce just something in incredible volumes. Okay, what does it say about Lars? I don't have a lot of free time, of course, because in the free time he drinks his own wine. I love nature and I love extreme. For example, I like to ride on the cave dunes in special cars. Of course, everything should be special and exclusive. He's from Kyiv, Ukraine? He's Ukrainian? Oh my god. That was a huge lie of the century. In Ukraine, we don't have a hereditary winemakers, alright? It's very hard to find a hereditary business, if I pronounce it correctly, because we were under occupation. It was a lot of revolutions, wars, genocide, and horrible things like that. This is our problem, that this history does not serve us at some point. In Europe, you would likely find someone who has a business that exists for like 20 years, 30, 40 years. But in Ukraine, you would likely not find it. He's probably not lying, but it's just like, as a Ukrainian myself, I kind of feel a contradiction, a little bit. All right, he's looking for. It is sad that nowadays people are greeted by the cover, but books are much more interesting than the cover. I have always been sensitive to all relationships, family, friendship, love. And it is important for me that my soulmate is a sincere and kind woman with a deep soul and deep thoughts. Okay, so he opens by rejecting surface level judgment. Yeah, because he says that people are too focused on the cover, while reading books is more interesting. But yet, his own description of himself is pure cover. And also, there is a part about hereditary winemaker, exclusivity over mass production. These are all image signals to me. That is like wealth, taste, and not actually inside of who he is as a person. Like, he asked for a woman with a deep soul and like deep thoughts, but at the same time he never shows depth. It's not necessarily personal hypocrisy. I think it's just because this is what the market demands from you, because a dating profile is inherently a self-marketing. It's probably hard to show your whole depth when you have just only 200 symbols, to write. So let's watch another guy. We're gonna go with Leo. Leo asked me a question. What do you think is the biggest challenge modern women face in the workplace? Man. Let's read more about Leo. He actually intrigued me with that. I come from a family with a rich history in commerce. Following in the footsteps of my predecessors, I have chosen to pursue a career in trade and have embarked on the exciting journey of entrepreneurship. I find great satisfaction in the dynamic and challenging nature of my work, which keeps me engaged and constantly learning. My social activities revolve around sports and outdoor activities. He looks handsome, he is sporty, which is a great plus, and he is from China. I don't know much about what it's like dating a Chinese guy, but there is something I kind of make me doubting if I wanna continue conversation with Leo. For example, this part, I find great satisfaction in the dynamic and challenging nature of my work, which keeps me engaged and constantly learning. It feels like the work is his priority. It might be true because of his culture. He's Chinese, and I know that in China people work a lot, and it's a huge problem with the work-life balance. I don't know if I want to be a part of it and if I'm okay with it. So it's definitely not a red flag, because there are women who actually would love to have relationships with men who prioritizes their work. It's interesting what kind of woman he's looking for. When it comes to relationships, I'm drawn to women who possess a gentle temper, much like my own. I believe that a good relationship is built on mutual respect and understanding, and I value cleanliness and appreciate deep, meaningful conversations. I'm looking for someone who is not only tidy and organized, but also open to engaging in intellectual discussions. I'm also attracted to individuals with a vibrant personality and sense of humor. Wow! So he's basically looking for Monica. But you know what? I like his description. He's actually looking for a partner, and he really knows what he wants, which is so appreciative, and probably this saves time a lot, which kind of make this description different from the others. The ones where, oh, I'm looking for a woman who can handle compliments, who can laugh with me, who I can make smile. I read a lot of that on different men's profile. So, and it made me feel like the person is not actually looking for someone, but more like a situationship. There is a message from Anthony. He's 38. He finds joy in both creativity and meaningful connections. I love cooking and experimenting with new recipes. It's my way of expressing care and passion. Well, it's a winning strategy. I'm here because I'm ready for something real. A serious relationships built on trust. My interests align on the beach, biking, camping, cars, cooking, dancing, diving, fashion, games, movies, museums, music, concerts, nature, sports, travel. Oh my gosh. The guy just doesn't know how to lock in, okay? Education, college. Okay, there is no degree, so probably he hasn't finished. So I'm looking for a sincere, compassionate, and adventurous person is what I'm searching for. Someone who can laugh with me through life's ups and downs, loves honestly, and enjoys having wonderful talks. A strong-willed lady who also knows how to have fun and savor the small things in life is someone I admire. He seemed like a really nice guy, but what kind of pushes me a bit away is that he has lots of very different and very diverse interests. It just makes me question if he's really ready to something serious and long-term. What about advantages and disadvantages using the dating.com? Mechanic is not that entertaining, like for example in Tinder, where you just swipe. You actually are more intentional choosing the person you'd like to talk to because you read the profile and then you send a message. Leo is my star because he gave to this app something very important. He gave clarity. The way how he described himself gave me a real image what kind of person he is. Like no bullshit. The thing I did not discover enough is if the dating.com have more real people or just bots, because I didn't want to really spend a lot of money to just talk to people. Dating.com doesn't sound like a common or a usual website to use if you want to find your partner. I didn't really want to spend money on something that is not proved, you know? So I came here to judge apps. And I ended up spending an hour reading how strangers describe themselves when they're trying to be chosen. And honestly, that tells you more about human nature than any research does. Lars, the Ukrainian guy, wanted to have depth, but at the same time sells status and fancy lifestyle. Marat wants more positivity from his girl, but actually cannot handle the reality. Anthony wanted something serious, ground and settled, but at the same time he had lots of different interests that made me think he still doesn't know what he wants. That was me. Yeah, the simple human being who judged people just by the cover. Maybe the app isn't the problem. Maybe the profiles is just our mirrors. And I'm not sure any of us look great in it. Do you think, guys, dating profiles show who people actually are or who they are trying to be? Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video.